Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to RimWorld Survival. Recap the rules, or rather the goals, I suppose, and let's get going. So, acid is also just as irradiated as Jane's is, so I'm going to set both of them to no rads. This shelf here I'm going to set up for triples and doomsdays, and we're going to continue making the shells that we need to for the trade for the Resmec serum. Now I'm really hoping that Jane's and Acid, who will both have radiation around 50, don't get radiation or what's it called, chemical damage or radiation damage, because we can't really fix that all that easily. Other changes that I wanted to make: I want to move this turret here and knock out these walls here, requiring dead power. Actually, I don't even need dead power. And that should make this little area... Oh, you know, forget even moving it. I just need to knock out these walls. This turret will cover this area with turret coverage. We ought to get that closed as well. We are working on the shells for the trade order. I'd also like to put... some psychoid leaves in this stockpile here, maybe as preferred, and then these psychoid leaves down here should be important. The one that hired gun is standing on. All right, so Acid, you are going to haul some psychoid leaves. So we want to get our T back up and running. There it is. And then this is preferred. We're going to put this to normal. And that way... No, stop. There we go. That way we have psychoid leaves up here to make the yayo. Look at Agro go, cranking out them shells. We have a lot of weapons to smelt, but we have slag to get through first. Jane's and Acid. Looking pretty irradiated. I'm sure I'm going to get more cancers. I hope they're not going to be too serious. Alright, hired gun. I'm going to have you close this door for me, so we don't give a free pass to would-be raiders. Good. Maybe haul some of these psychoid leaves. Refreshing our tea supply. I'm not really sure whatever happened to it, but I can definitely tell you we don't have any. What happened to all of our tea and beer? I really don't know. Maybe it was stolen and I didn't notice or something. I have a feeling something happened to it. I don't really know. Alright, Jane's... Not Jane's. Stormy, you don't ever have radiation buildup. You, sir, are going to be used to grab some gear that is outside in the irradiated territories. So load this stuff up, and then we can just firebomb the corpses rather than have to haul them to a crematorium or something like that. I don't even need to bring these weapons all that far. I could just dump them here. That's close enough. Just somewhere inside where, no, not inject, go juice. Somewhere inside where we'll be able to grab them without becoming irradiated for everybody else. How much gear do I have? Or what's my carry? Oh, let's get a few more. Even more? At some point. Yeah, alright. Now we're max weight. Gonna say at some point I'm gonna hit max weight. We're not gonna be able to carry anymore. Now a lot of people have been asking what I'm gonna use this zone for. The idea is if I lose a bedroom due to pod drops during the reactor raids, having that as a backup bedroom will be very, very useful. And that's pretty much what I'm saving it for. Alright. And that should be the last of it. Cargo pod's coming down, but not on the useful tile. That's too bad. Alright, cancel caravan forming. And there. Poppy, you are making traps all the way out here. Okay, that's not ideal. We're gonna want to crate and reinstall. So I am going to turn off rearming so that we don't end up doing it like that again. Tony now has medical emergency, so we're gonna no rads her. What is this? Area 1 we no longer need for now. That was our sort of forced relationship area. Alright, Acid got carcinoma. Kind of figured that was going to happen. His radiation was really high, rather. So let's excise right away. And Storm, we'll get you to do it. Luckily, I do have the ability to make a whole lot of meds and whatnot, so we aren't going to run out or anything like that. Cefalu's still withdrawing. Poppy's the warden. She should be feeding him, but that doesn't necessarily mean that she is. We need 70 shells. We're up to 59. We're getting pretty close to that big milestone. Gonna have higher gun, smelt down some slag. We still need the components to replace the lost turrets that went goodbye during the fight. But now that I've shaved down the mountains a little bit, there's not a lot of good cover for them to hide, which is sort of the idea. Now, checking my medical tab, it looks like hired gun, you basically have no radiation at all. So hired gun, what I'm going to have you do is to grab these Molotovs, because you also... Alright, let's forbid the minigun. You are going to be responsible for getting rid of these bodies. You didn't put them here, but you're going to have to remove them. Alright, there's a few. Just trying to tidy up so that if I have pods or something like that come down, it doesn't ruin the moods of everyone having to stare at rotten dead bodies. Alright, what's yours at? 24? There we go. Finally lighting that guy on fire. He's tantruming. Alright. That should be enough. Let's have you go equip that minigun again. I guess there's a few more bodies down there. Hired gun, would you be so kind? How bad is your radiation? 30%? I think you can manage. I hope. Alright. Definitely cut close there. Put you on no rads, and we will, where on earth did that minigun go? We'll go grab your minigun again. Nope, that one. Alright, Mr. Semph. Put this one on limited radiation. And cremate it. I guess it got put out somehow. It was too close to the base or something like that. Why did I mine that out? Let me remind myself. Oh yeah, yeah, it's probably a steel node, but I guess I could check anyway. Restrict. No rads for everybody. I'm pretty high on my limited radiation for a lot of people. So what, Semph, hired gun got up there. Semph got up there, yeah. So I'll just put no rads on everyone. And we have a lot of tasks at home to do. Like smelting and that kind of stuff, so. Checking medical tag. Agro Agro and Stormy can move around. Agro is not going to get super wreck anymore. Actually, you know what? Agro, I want you on no rads too. So Stormy, you're the only one able to move around now. Agro on no rads because he is eventually going to do the trade mission, and trade missions tend to be fairly irradiating, so it would help for him to have 0 going into it. Alright, so far, they've been relatively lucky. We've had... Ooh, Paddy Wagon just got the plague. We've had relatively low amounts of carcinoma, given the high rates that we would expect. Yeah, Jane's here is quite irradiated still. Symph, I'm going to take you off of mining altogether. I no longer need you to mine. Alright, this little area got broken down, so now it has turret coverage, so it won't be attractive to sappers. This area here is attractive to sappers, but that's... I'm going to cancel the construction of the turret out there. I don't want to manufacture turrets outdoors if I can help it. I'm going to manufacture them indoors and then carry them outdoors, which is a lot safer. Storm, let's have you haul this plasdil in so it's not free for pirates to take. Then brawlers, I want to start to wear the advanced helmets rather than the toques. We spend most of our time indoors, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'll keep an eye on it if it is. All right, hauling all that in and away. Good. This stuff is also going to get hauled. Wonderful. So now these advanced helmets should be in use with the brawlers. Tony's wearing one, 11's going for another one, Acid will grab a third, and then I'm going to allow the helmets for everybody. The idea is to start to protect our faces so that we don't have some sort of face-related tragedy, hopefully. We are up to 66 shells. Very, very nice. Coming along quite nicely. Oh, there are more bodies that need cooking. I forgot about this group down here. And I can leave the assault rifle there for now. Alright, and let's go haul the pump shotgun and then equip the assault rifle. Most of these weapons I'm planning on smelting. There's a lot of sort of inferior weapons that I have no interest in keeping, and I'd rather have the steel and to melt them down. Alright, Janes, you are almost out of the woods radiation-wise. Acid, you are indeed out of the woods. That's not a lot of cancer that I got. That's pretty lucky. Alright, so the slag looks done, so smelt weapon. We are going to clear all. I'm going to allow all melees to be smelted. I don't have any melee weapons that, are unequipped that I want to keep. So Tony, 11, and Acid all have their plasteel blades. And then destroy weapon, do this forever as well, of all melee weapons. So, that are non-smelted. So wooden weapons get burned up, and then smeltable weapons get melted down. Incapacitated refugee. Benson calling for help? Yeah, I really, really doubt it. We have 5.6 days on the Architect arm. So I'll just talk out aloud. Part of me thinks that maybe Agro should go for the Architect arm because he's a good miner and he could do the digging strategy to basically irradiate kill all the enemies, and have Stormy, who's not particularly irradiated, go do the trade, although he has no construction skill. Yeah, it's going to be a problem. It would be really, really nice if our depressive, greedy Cefalu could be released, but he is so much on an addict that that's not going to be possible. And then the other constructors would be Jane's, who's very irradiated, and Kazumi, who doesn't haul, and Acid, who is also very irradiated, and Poppy, who is somewhat irradiated. Yeah, it's a pretty imperfect. So taking a look at these quests, it's 12 and a half days for the EMP shell, so it's possible that Agro could go for the Architect arm, and then we'll double back for the quest or something. I don't know. I really have to figure this out. So the temp lavish meals are going to shrink a little bit, and I'm going to put a preferred zone for Ambrosia. Keep that nice and unspoiled. No, well, that's not the inspiration I was hoping for. All right, let's merge stacks of EMP shells because we have a whole lot of them. And in fact, is this the last shell we have to make? Oh, no, it says I have 70. Oh, yeah, I do have 70. Oh, fantastic. So that is done. Let me not forget to kill that queue because I don't want to trade the shells and then start making more. Alright, so Agro. That means cargo pod's coming down. Of Jade, cool. That means Agro, I think I'm going to send you to go deal with the Architect arms, which is definitely a fairly challenging task. Alright, this is preferred. Why aren't you hauling this out? I'm gonna have Poppy haul it. There we go. Okay, we have a lot of weapons to break down. You are just filling up the components. I'm gonna have him actually create a few more components because we have some, you know, if things break down while he's away, there's really not an easy way to get components. Jane's and Agro still above the 35 mark, but they are out of the woods for cancers, which is good. Really, really good. I can't stress enough how excited I am about that. So the turret here, I think I'm going to bump out a little bit so it has better firing cover on this area. I'll put it out there, which means a limited zone there. And then let's clean up some of this zone that is left over from hauls and stuff. I am somewhat tempted to finish off this wall here so that raiders have to go south, and there's really not an entrance from the south. I don't know. I still have to sort of brainstorm that. And then it looks like I owe a lot more ID zones around. Alright, so we are, yeah, there's only one more Spellipede up there, which means we're soon just going to focus on Mega Spiders, which is kind of nice. I'm curious when my next raid is going to be. It's been somewhat of a peaceful episode so far. So I think what I'll do is I'll have Agro crank out a few more components to sort of fill up the stockpile and replace this turret. And then I'll have a go at that trade run. Maybe even forbidding this turret for now. Because I could have Stormy move this turret here. Agro, would you be so kind as to build the power conduit? There. I guess I did get a little rated. And then Stormy, you can move this one. Because this, we don't need 2 turrets up here for the amount of coverage. It was just to dissuade raiders. So now we'll have some extra components. I'll just finish this one last one. And then send Agro on his way. Loving up in social, chatting with Tony. Have you been flirting with anyone? No, you haven't. But you've been liking Kazumi a little bit more and more. That's good. Alright, so Agro, let's get you to... Oh, right, all the beer's in there. Yeah. Okay, 11... Because, yeah, we were binging on it. Jane's was. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. I was like, what happened to all my beer? I knew that I wasn't making tea, but... My beer. Yeah, okay, you can start on that. Stormy, haul this beer away. No. Stockpile the beer. There we go. Alright. So, Agro, you are going to pot away with, let's see. I'm going to bring an incendiary trap and 300 steel. Whoa, not that much steel. 100 and maybe 100 steel and a lavish meal, or a bunch of lavish meals. I don't know how long this is going to take. And get him going on. Look into the medical tab, Agro, and Stormy. Yeah, you're the only ones that have really, really low radiation, so we'll let you go. Alright, so there we go. We're going to launch to the edge of that Architect Arm zone. So this is for the Architect Arm. There's some sort of outpost threat, and I've decided to struggle to get it. So it's good where we ended up. The idea here is to then immediately burrow into the mountain to protect ourselves from the enemies and the radiation. So I'm going to let... I can even somewhat burrow towards them, but I'm just going to... Yeah, okay, you can eat, sure. I don't love the idea of you eating outdoors, but who am I to stop you? So this is how I did my last sort of enemy outpost. I just sort of let them become irradiated to death. Oh, I can't even build this close to the edge of the map. That's a bit of a problem. Alright, can I build... I can build there. Okay, forget that. Alright, this is going to cause a little bit more radiation than I wished to get. But we'll dig here. Let's just get undercover quick. Alright, and then before they start coming to murder me, I want to start stockpiling. So let's haul the steel. So now I have cover. Haul the lavish meals, haul the ID trap, haul the steel. Alright, deep drill exhausted because we used up all the steel. Let's unforbid and reinstall here. Alright, how irradiated are we going to get? Oh, it's bad. So we aren't able to caravan it. That's alright. I just have to wait out the enemies. So I got the medical emergency warning. Now these guys are standing outside and they're going to get super irradiated, and I'm not going to let them in. In fact, I'm going to go one further. If they come at me, I will have an IED trap installed at my door. Alright, here we go. Steel bed. Yeah, something. It's not fun to live up here, but it's better than nothing. Alright, all these guys are getting very, very irradiated, and I just have to wait them out. And I also have to get Agro's radiation lower so that he can actually, you know, win this. So here they come. We sort of expected that to happen. And now I'm just going to repair this steel door. These guys are all... Uh-oh. Cut a little close. Oh, there we go. Perfect. Operation success. Alright, so there's an item stash somewhere in here. Reform caravan. I haven't found it yet, so I'm going to have to go spelunking for it. For that architect arm, I think. Unless it got delivered over here somewhere. Sometimes, if it's a quest... No, this was the item stash, so yeah, I have to go find it. So I'm going to let Agro sleep. And Agro, when you're up, you're going to mine your way down there. So forget this. He's fairly irradiated, and I don't want him wandering out in the open. So there's a bit of a bridged gap I'm going to have to do. Oops, I didn't mean to roof it off. Alright, so at this point, I think it's fastest if I just run here. Good. Run there. Also good. Ooh, this is... I don't know if this roof protects me at all. So let's get through this fast. Yeah, this does not protect me. I'm coming back all sorts of irradiated. Go here quick. Time's slowing down. I'm counting my cancers. Alright, so for this place to be defeated, I need to kill their power. Stay there. Alright, is that enough? Item stash. I can haul away a mini turret. I haven't actually seen the architect arms here. Was it delivered to me? I don't know why I'm so dense. Because if the world here is... Alright, I think the other thing I could do is to have Stormy come on in and help me out so I don't get so irradiated it's damaging. It's permanently damaging. So Stormy, let's get you over here. So launch group. Have you land here. Alright, Stormy. Is this what I have to break into? You are going to be a constructor for right now. There it is. There's the architect arm. The one building I didn't go into. Okay, world. Reform caravan. We'll steal their meals. They had a lot of meals. Find meals, all their meals. All their meat. Components. Joints, flake. Grab the arm, of course. Wouldn't really make sense not to. And let's boogie. Alright. That was a success. And now I have to figure out who is going to go on the trade quest. So checking my medical tab. Kazumi looks to be the candidate. The only problem is, will she need to haul at any point? Doesn't look like it. It looks like there's a healthy amount of steel in here and the fuel has been refueled. These should be off though. I'm glad I looked. So Kazumi, let's get you to go do that, I guess. EMP shells, where are they? Here they are. And you are going to... Oh, I'm already over mass. Okay, we're going to need 2 pods then. These shells weigh a whole lot. Alright, Mr. Janes. Have you go build them. Alright, launch both. Kazumi. And we'll be taking the EMP shells and some food, and that's about it. So 5 lavish meals seems pretty reasonable. All those EMP shells. And we're going to get Resmec serum as a result. I suppose what I could also do is travel with stuff I want to sell. So damaged synth thread. I'm about to make a whole lot of additional clothing, so even all of my toques I will get rid of. Let's see, what else can I part with? All the weapons I'm just going to eventually melt, so I'm not all that worried about that. Oh, my yayo. And go juice. That's, I don't like to rely on go juice for any reason. Yes. 1 muffalo wool. That sounds funny. Alright, that's a good haul. Get you going. Looks like there's a lot of idleness up in this base, I gotta say. Alright, so they're on their way back. They have 16 days of food, because I looted so much food. Ready to launch. I don't know if I have enough components to... Yeah, I guess I have at least 1 component left to build that. So Kazumi, fulfill trade order. And go trade. Says healthier negotiator, but I honestly don't really care. I wasn't really here to make money. So, we've got the Resmec serum. Shock Lance would be phenomenal if I can afford it, so let's see if I can. I have some stuff to sell. No, does not look like I can afford it, and it's definitely not worth parting with anything else. Now what I could do is build this pod and send some additional trade goods, like these statues, to accompany her to afford the pod. Or to afford the lance. So that's what I'll do. I should have sent more valuable stuff at a time. So this excellent sculpture could be sold. And I guess some of the better weapons can be sold. I don't need to sell all the weapons. The cloth pants, the flak vests, the damaged shield belt. We'll get all that loaded in. And I suppose the fuel targets, because I have so much chem fuel, could just be maxed out. This turret here could be reinstalled out there. So I have an external... yeah, I have an external turret that covers that. So, on the overworld map, there is no radiation, only because it was difficult to code it in. And really no other reason than that. Alright, so let's trade again. We can part with the assault rifles, sniper rifles, cloth pants, vests, shield belt, statue, and that should be plenty to be able to afford the shock lance, and it is. And then have her start to return home. Nice. Alright, so we have a lot of people out on the road right now doing the trade missions. Meaning that home is a little less defended. Is this? Yes. We are done smelting all of the bladed weapons. So let's then start to smelt ranged ones. So what do we want to smelt? We want to smelt auto pistols, bolts, heavy SMGs, incendiaries, machine pistols, pump shotguns, revolvers. And we'll start on that next. I'll be keeping the LMGs, the chain shotguns. I might even queue up to smelt the poor assault rifle. It's lower quality than we need. Alright, Agro still has a medical emergency here. He's 44% irradiated. Hopefully Stormy can tend to him out on the road. What I'm really hoping is that he doesn't get irradiated. So incendiary traps. Now let's see here. We want another marble wall here. And we want marble doors. I'm going to put one here. I'm just sort of brainstorming how I'm going to trap this up a little bit better to install traps more easily. So a door here and 2 walls there will do. Alright, Kazumi entered the trade post from the south. Oh boy. That is a horrid run. This is a... At least she has 2 bionic legs, but I was really hoping that this was not going to happen. Because it's a lot more radiation than I otherwise would have received. Alright, well we're here. She can't even rearm it. Because she doesn't haul ever. But I'm not really here to haul. She doesn't clean either, right? No. Alright, so let's get you home. I'm going to leave the lavish meals. So bring the res serum, the shock lance, the silver. And you are coming home. I'll land here, seems fine. Alright, Kazumi's home. She's maybe a little pissed. Alright, so here, artifacts. We want we want to keep the res serum in there, so I'm going to break this wall down. And that keeps it protected from tantruming. It'd be really, truly, utterly terrible if we had it destroyed due to a tantrum. 11, you look like you could be set on no rads, so let's go have you haul this serum. Alright, and then haul the lance and haul the silver, and we'll rebuild the wall here. Agro got carcinoma out on the road. Stormy will deal with his health problems, and we'll excise it once he's home. Alright, so another node exhausted. I'm not going to bother deep drilling what's underneath acid in Tony's bedroom. I'm going to leave that alone because we don't need to potentially have oodles of bugs erupt. In fact, right now, forget that. I'm going to install this out here. We don't really need steel anymore. We need uranium, so... Oh, more carcinoma. Look at that. This is not radiation damage. Could be worse. Alright, medical. Hired gun. What are you? 20%. Okay, 11, you're the only one allowed to move around out here. Alright, Janes, I don't need you digging for granite or whatever it is. So I'm going to have 11 move that. Mine, drill, out. James is still working on lowering his radiation. I could send him up north to mine the up north, but I'm not going to do it just yet because it's not... I'd rather have his radiation come down, and he can make some statues for trade. Alright, we'll keep that unpowered. What else? I've got... where's my other deep drill? Oh, one is like experimentally... Okay, so we've tapped into that. We haven't tapped into this. This is silver. That's uranium. Alright, so we have this drill here. Oh, we could install it here. See what that is. And 11's the only one that's allowed to go out there. So 11, would you be so kind as to grab that? And then we're going to have to dig right there to figure out what's there. This is part of the, like, northern tunnel digging queue. Kazumi, do you not even have a shirt? You don't. You just have a flak vest. Well, there's going to be a lot of clothing making when Agro gets home, that's for sure. Kind of looks like she's in a belly shirt. It's a little funny. Ooh, hello, Boomrat. Another thing I could do is, or another thing I want to do is to double wall this here just so that it's less likely to get breached. In fact, this turret needs to get constructed, but I'm just about out of time. So if you have any tips, tricks, feedback for me, anything like that, drop me a line. If you have any questions about this series or any of the other series I'm running, happy to answer anything you want in YouTube comments. If you want to hop on Discord, that would be even better. Rhadamant.com has the link for you, and I do hope you enjoyed this episode and tune in next time. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll catch you all later. Adios.